Hello everybody, my name is Peter Laws and this is my weekly check-in video for members of my Creepy Cove Community Church Patreon program. But at the moment I'm making this available to other people too, because they might be curious to know what goes on in the Patreon. And as ever, each week I share a bit about what's happening with the Patreon, but also I let you have a little look at something quirky, cool, creepy and collectible. And I've got something pretty funky to show you and quite unusual, something I've never shown before today. But before we look at that funky thing, to say is that the new episode of Creepy Cove Community Church, which is the horror-themed church service that I put on, that's available and that's free for everybody. So go to creepycove.com, and this week the service episode explores the idea of how do we know what is true? How can we decide what is true or not? And for that, we've got a guest speaker called Johnny Meller, who also provides some music with his, he's a rapper as well. And at the beginning of that episode, we interview 11 from Stranger Things, who, well, have a listen in and you'll find out what she has to say. It's quite fun. The other thing to say is the Peter Laws podcast, which is my Patreon podcast that comes out once a week. Normally it comes out on a Tuesday morning, but this week it's going to be coming out on the Wednesday, one day late. The reason being, I normally record it today on a Monday, but something came up today, something actually quite cool, which I can't quite share with you guys just yet, but when I'm able to, you patrons will be the first to know. Sorry to be mysterious about that, but just explaining. Yeah, so check all those things out, or be in touch on the Patreon page so we can chat and explore some of these cool things together. Right, I'm going to show you something. Normally I share, you know, like vintage paperbacks or like cool records or horror-related memorabilia. This is a bit different. This is a present I was bought the other day. What is that? Well, have a little look at this. This is from a company called Happy Socks. Never heard of Happy Socks before, but I could tell when I was given the wrapped present that this was not going to be necessarily your normal shape of happy, because it's in the shape of a coffin. And as you look, you can see it's got these words "eek" written on it. So something spooky going on. Anyway, I opened up this box. Check this out. This is so cool. There is a kind of Nosferatu, Max Schreck type figure who not only lies in daytime slumber, but at nighttime, he pops up like that. Little cool pop-up mechanism. How funky is that? And inside this very meticulously designed coffin-shaped box is, let me show you, some cool socks that have a darker theme. Let me show you which ones they are. They've got, here's a pair which is of kind of like weird long-armed creatures, ghosts and whatnot. I wonder if that's like kind of almost the long arms of Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. These ones are lovely. They have like thumb, you know, like sort of hand shadow puppet things, and yet in the stylings of Haunted Mansion style darkness. And then the last one, the cute one, is these lovely happy little coffins, which is great, isn't it? So there you go. This is, like I say, from this company called, what are they called again? Happy Socks. Proof positive that even with the themes of death and loss and coffins and vampires with their pestilence in their eyes, you can still have a bit of fun. So I'll say goodbye, and so will my friend Mr. Barlow here, or whatever he's called. And, oh, does that look good? I don't know. And I'll see you at some point during the week, maybe on the Patreon page, or elsewhere in the social media ether, or in the Peter Laws podcast, or at Creepy Cove. But until next time, take care, and great to speak to you. Bye.
I'll never stop the watching.